Hello. Let me just make sure everything is working, yeah? Just make sure everything is working. Alright. Seems fine. Oh, it's almost 3. Okay. Yep, so we'll be doing dev chat again. A weekly development chat where we talk about our progress for the week. Let me see. Okay. About time. I think I should start heading in. Testing.
Hello.
Testing, test. Hello, hello. Hang on, let me bump up your volume.
Sure.
How's the week, man?
A bit tiring, but it should be okay. Oh, your voice is a bit crackly,
Really?
actually.
Hang on, hang on. Testing, testing.
Maybe it's just my side. I'm not sure.
Right. Is it my voice or is it the software, the Discord itself?
I'm not entirely sure.
Right.
Might be. Actually, no. It's quite good latency. I'm not sure.
Okay. Could be my voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still stuck with the morning voice.
Oh no, as in like crackly, as in like
Uh-huh.
electrically crackly.
Oh no.
Staticky. Yeah, I don't know what the word is.
Okay. That's not good.
Might be the connection. I don't know.
Right. Do you hear that? Oh, sorry. I turned on the timer and I was wondering why there is a beeping sound.
Oh.
Hang on. Just a moment, just a moment. So how's your boxing, man? How's your
Uh.
boxing session?
Okay, it was okay. My spinning back kicks are. I haven't done them in a while, so
Spinning back
that's
kicks.
the one spinning back kicks. That's the one thing that I had an issue with.
Right.
Cause they will basically sway the bag,
Uh-huh.
and I had to like spin around and kick it, but like I had to time it, and I had to like get on the. I had to aim it correctly and time it at the same time.
Right.
So I had trouble with that.
Right. Have trouble.
Yeah,
Right. And you do
but
that once
yeah.
a week. Hey, wait,
Uh,
boxing. So it's kickboxing then. It's not.
well, I do Muay Thai, but I just say boxing because I keep it simple.
Right, Muay Thai. Right. Also, you have to train your, what do you call that? The shin, right?
Yeah, I've been doing. I can do roundhouse kicks pretty well though. I can like do roundhouse kicks to the head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Uh, how how tall are you, if you don't mind me asking? Cause you look like you have a
Uh,
big frame, right? Doing that kind of move, is it difficult?
I'm 180, I think.
180. Right. Oh,
Yeah.
it's about the same height as me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, someone says he's practicing Tatsumaki Senpyu Kyaku. Is that what you do?
Wait. Oh shit, we're live already.
Oh,
I
well,
did not. I did not know this.
I'm
Um.
sorry, I should have let you know.
No, I've been doing Muay Thai since I was like 13 or so.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I'm even though I'm not that fit, I can still do roundhouse kicks pretty well. So
Right.
when I went back to it, like the instructor was surprised that I was able to do it well, despite not having done it for a while. Because I still like when I'm free, I just still train it
Right.
myself.
Nice. I used to do a little bit of wushu back in poly.
Uh,
Yeah, but I don't have the stamina.
I used
Yeah.
to do grappling also, so
Uh-huh.
uh, I used to do like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Right.
I mostly like during like sparring and fighting, I usually like choked out people or did like simple arm maneuvers.
Oh,
So I
damn.
wasn't that good.
Oh, so you
I'm
you do actual like sparring, contact sparring.
yeah, like basically you can do anything as long as you don't attack the groin, or as long as you don't strike, you can do anything to try to get the person to submit. So you can even do stuff like you can cause them like pain to the point that they submit. So what I will do is I'll try to choke them out. Sometimes I'll do a baseball bat choke, which is very painful because it's like it's a blood choke, but it's also like an air choke. So you can't breathe, but you also don't get blood going to your brain.
Right. Wow. Do you still actively do sparring?
Well, for the Muay Thai, I right now I'm not because I did the surgery recently. But before that I was doing sparring. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Keeping active.
Yeah, but I'm mostly doing it just to keep fit, I guess.
I mean that's great, right? It's like I should do something to keep fit. Like all I do now is sit in front of the computer.
Yeah, because I think like I get very little energy, so it's like it's good for me.
Right. Hang on, just a moment. Let me see who else is in. So Devious is here. You know what? You know what? John just told me like a few minutes before this thing. He said he's still stuck outside. I think he's still doing his circus training, tumbling training. So there's a good chance he will not be able to make it here.
I see.
Yep. So I guess we can start. Hello, Devious. Is your mic working? Hello. Right. I guess I will start off first.
All right.
Just a moment. Right. Shout out to Nugget in the chat. Right. Apparently he's gonna have his math exam tomorrow. Says he dislikes math so much.
Good luck, Nugget. I also hate maths.
It's fun. What are you talking about? That wasn't the mathletes.
I mean, I did good at it, but I don't like it.
Right. I like math in school, but it's like for some reason, right? Like, even though there's a lot of overlap between math and physics, like I kind of can do math, I cannot do physics at all.
Oh, I like some maths a lot, but like other maths I hate. I should elaborate.
Right, so like linear algebra, I assume you will love a lot, right?
I love vector maths.
Right. What is the one that you dislike?
I guess like when it gets into more esoteric stuff like quaternions, like 4-dimensional constructs and like infinities, that one's a bit much for me.
Yes, pretty abstract, right?
Yeah.
I really dislike dislike probability, cause like it's never what my intuition tells me, like the answer. So
yeah, I have to do a lot of it recently because of the tabletop RPG stuff.
Oh.
So yeah.
Right.
I had to ask someone for help on it last night actually.
Say again?
I had to ask someone for help on probability maths last night.
Oh, to design your campaign.
Oh yeah, because I even had to use like a dice calculator and then do a scripting for it. And figure out the probability of some stuff.
Right. Okay, you know what? Let me start first. Let's just go with the assumption that John will not be able to make it here. Okay, let me share my screen. I will keep it within 20 minutes. Well, I think 15 minutes is all I need. Maybe 10. But let me just share something I worked on last night. So I thought I should get back to making more levels. I only made 2. Oh, hang on. I need to mute it. So let me show level 119. So I have this level here, and you can see from this little item here that this is supposed to grant you double jumping. And you see like there's a moving row of obstacles, and they are very long. So you cannot clear this obstacle with a single jump. You need to double jump. But double jumping means you get really close to the ceiling spike, so you have to be really careful. So it's a little bit of deviousness going on here. But let me just showcase this level. There we go. So that's how you play. It's very smooth. Yeah. So I like that. Usually, like the solution to any level should feel smooth, right? So that's one level. I have another level which is the tutorial level, so I don't think I need to show it. So that's roughly what I've done. At the moment, right, I pushed a build for beta testing, but that is not a content update. That's just bug fixing and a little bit of aesthetical changes. So I'm still testing that. I don't really want to publish it for real without playing through the entire game once, right? Because the last time I did that, I ended up with like crashing bugs in the game. So okay, now there's this other thing that I'm working on. Let me see. So this is a remake of my first and obscure mobile game called Jump Over the Rings. So I don't have a title for this yet. But as you can see, I'm basically just remaking the original game with some changes. Hello?
Oh, you go. It's actually,
Oh yeah. Yeah, with some changes. Namely, you can double jump now. Alright, I changed the character to be a bit more defined, right? Having more features now rather than the blob from the original game.
No,
So I have this.
One is familiar.
The,
I saw it on.
oh yeah, you've seen it, right?
I saw it on Twitter and I was like, this looks very familiar.
Ah, yeah, I have a game from like 2016, which is exactly like this.
Yeah, I think I played it even.
Really?
Probably.
It's so obscure. You've played it. Where have you heard of it?
I did a lot of research on you when I was in school.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
kinda dark over there.
Anyways,
I didn't know that. That's.
Because I was interested in how people, because you were the only, like, you and John were the only like people I knew who were going like an indie company after Digipen, so I wanted to know how it went.
right. Well, I can tell you that we went in completely blind and we were super naive. We didn't take into consideration a lot about promotion and marketing and budget and everything. So we were pretty dumb back then. Yeah. Now I still feel pretty stupid, but at least not as naive as before. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I've done like this entire game was built on top of the framework from Project Robo, which I'm still working on. And so you can see that I have like oh yeah, I talked about this last week already, right? So I have the entire scene drawn into this panel here, which is itself a surface. Since last week I've added a timer, but the timer hasn't really been factored into the gameplay yet. I've done the scoring system, so that's fine and all. I have the saw spawners, right? It hits the player and whatnot, so the collision detection is also using the same framework as Project Robo. Now, one thing I have to do is one thing I have to pay attention to is the virtual keys, right? The hitbox of the virtual keys, I specifically make it to be super big, and also for the navigation, right, left and right, it was made in such a way that because the assumption is that your left thumb will be controlling this, I want to erase any possibility of like the player accidentally triggering two touch locations on this area, because like if you trigger both buttons at once, right, the player just completely come to a standstill, right? It doesn't move anymore. So it's coded in such a way that as long as there is a touch position in here, right, it will just trigger the button that's closer to that particular location.
I would actually recommend looking at Carol Blaster.
Carol Blaster, can you spell it?
Carol as in frog, the Japanese frog thing. K-E-R-O.
Oh yeah, I heard of that game, yes.
Yeah, so they have a iOS version, or was it Android? I can't remember. But then they basically had a control scheme that's similar to that, but almost like a slider for like that locks into place for like looking left and right. And it was just like a regular platformer.
So say again, slider what?
For like looking left and right. Like it's basically like the button system you have here.
Yeah.
But you were saying you were worried that the player would either hit both buttons or wouldn't know what button you're pressing, right?
Yes.
So Carol Blaster solves that problem like pretty well, I think, by using like a slider that locks into place.
A slider that locks into place. So do they display like virtual buttons in this manner, or is this invisible?
It's basically like a slider with like one side is like left and one side is like right, and then when it moves a bit more to like one area, it just locks into that area. I think I can link.
Oh, right.
How do you stand still with that control scheme?
You just let go to stand still?
Yeah. Well, no, because it locks in place. So.
Right.
It would have to lock in the middle, I guess.
Yeah.
But that would require you to have to like go from reverse to drive, but skip. You have to go over to neutral.
Right.
Yeah, so basically, I'm looking at it right now, and I'll send you a link to it. I'll
Right.
put it in the Twitch chat. It looks exactly like yours, but then like it kind of has like this.
Let me
Wait,
see.
is it? Wait, sorry. I was thinking of a different one.
A different game?
I think I think it's the same game, but then they had a different control scheme for when you're on a phone versus tablet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I think I was thinking about wrong
No
thing.
worries, no worries. I'll just write
My
down
bad.
Carol Blaster and then I'll take a closer look at it. Yeah, the slider thing kind of reminds me of like this suggestion made by someone in the server, right? Like Strange D was also mentioning slider, so I'll give that a look.
Yeah, because it's a good. I feel it's a good in between like analog and completely like binary
Yeah,
control.
yeah.
You know. Yeah, because when you're doing on a touch screen, it's like very vague. Where it's kind of vague, but then like if you can lock into place, it's kind of good in between. I feel anyway.
Right. I'll give it a look. On the iOS, right?
I might be thinking of the wrong game. Sorry. I'm like trying to remember exactly what game it was, but I thought it was Carol Blaster.
It's okay, it's okay. But thanks for the suggestion.
If I find it, I'll let you know.
Ah, yeah, much appreciated. Okay, so I guess about all I've done. Let me see. Yeah, so there's a few things here and there. That's about all I've done. Next week I would need to do something about the timer. So basically, when you clear the sauce, right? The more sauce you clear, the higher the combo. The higher the combo, the more time you will get. So that means the more skillful you are, right? The longer you can play. So basically, exactly like the original game. But yeah, yes.
Do you get more points if you do more than one at once?
You get you get not more points. Same points, but more time. Same points, but more time.
Oh, it's a countdown timer, like.
Yes, it's a countdown timer that keeps
okay.
increasing when every time you clear a saw. Yeah, but the score actually is just a description of how many saws you jump over. So I want to keep it like really simple. So let me see. Yeah, that's about it. So next week, I want to add like something to the timer. In the original game, when you jump over a saw, right, you just get the time back immediately. But I kind of want to change it a little bit. I want to make it such that when you when you get yourself a point, hang on, let me just restart. When you gain a point, the saw like explodes, right? I want collectibles to fly out of that, and then as you collect the collectibles, you gain the point, so it kind of looks more interesting visually. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I want to try that. So that will be one thing that I'll be working on next week, and I will try to make more levels for Jamjubo as well. If I can, right, there's a couple of bugs I want to fix in Project Robo, but I'll leave that as a task that I'll do if I have the time.
Project Robo is your shooter game, right?
Yeah, it's a shooter. So like midway through doing it, I was like, okay, there's no way I can release it this year, so so I started this instead. Yeah.
Your hand slipped.
Yeah, my hand slipped kind of. Yeah. And also this dread that I was feeling that I couldn't release anything this year. So I thought like, yeah, let's work on something small. Cause right? I mean, it's clear to you, it's clear to John, it's clear to Devious that I've been trying to make something new and I just couldn't settle on any idea for the first 6 months of the year, right? So super annoying. Yeah.
I can empathize with that though. Like my process is pretty much the same as well.
Right. Okay, I'm done. I think that's within 20 minutes.
Nice. Devious, gonna go next?
Yeah, do you want me to go or do you want to check?
I think you just go first.
Alright.
Alright.
Let me stop sharing my screen, yeah?
What's that? Right. So
are you sharing?
As I think so.
Okay. Perfect.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So So as I was talking to Chiny before last dev chat,
Yeah.
I had suffered a bit from burnout on Cruller, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to work on it anymore. But I'm gonna go back to it. But since it was in a state of like pretty much finished, like it was in a viable product state.
Right.
It wasn't it wasn't minimal, but it was just viable. Like it worked, whatever. But yeah, I had a little bit of burnout on that, so then I ended up jumping onto this. This was a week ago, I think. Maybe I think it was a week ago, right? Did I share any?
You shared the basic movement, the 4-directional placement thingy last week. But you didn't share any combining of items.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me. It's commented code. Turn this on. Okay. So a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, I made a list. Talking points.
Ah.
All right. So let me just go through a few things. All right. So in this game, it's pretty playable right now. Doing for small stuff, for just doing like the basic tasks.
Yeah.
So you get the little materials and stuff. For testing purposes, you get these in bins too, but you're gonna collect these in different ways. But whenever what's up?
No, I'm just like acknowledging it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Right. So specifically, these are what you're gonna be refining. Most you throw them into this furnace thing right here. Nice little sound effect, shakes and stuff to let you know you can take it out. And it's a refined thing. If you don't like something, then you can. That's what this little thing right here is. It takes a while to like get rid of stuff. That way you can't just keep making mistakes or whatever.
Yeah.
You have the conveyor, which isn't here right now. I have a little. Okay. You have the conveyor. When you put things on it, it'll move things.
Did it just went
it
to
did
the
like a little.
right?
Yeah, I gotta figure out where.
Oh, there we go. That's cute.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like when it goes off, it slaps down. Then you got the platforms. There's these things. Put things on them. There's a reason for the platforms too. It's not in the game right now, but I'm about to talk about it. Right, yeah.
Right.
On the platforms, whenever things are on the platform, you can't. There's gonna be like bug enemies that are gonna come out of the floor. So if you have things on the ground, they're gonna like spawn near the objects and whatnot. They're gonna try and steal them. So if you have like a really good item or something, they'll like come out and like eat it or something.
Right.
But if you have these on here, they can't get them when they're on the platforms. I don't know if I decided if once they're out they can get them, or if just having them on the ground is the only way you would track them or something.
Right.
But to make it a constant threat, I might actually make it to where they like they're on a timer. The only way they come out isn't just by this; they just come out naturally. But this speeds it up by doing this.
Is it by design that the room is so small?
Yeah, it's gonna be like you're gonna have a little starting area. And I purposely made the setup look all crappy. Like you wouldn't want to have because it's very inefficient. You have this little anvil. You have recipes. It's not going to be like, well, it might be something like this, but yeah, for right now, for testing purposes, it shows you all the recipes.
Right.
I think I have all the recipes programmed right now. It's really easy to throw a recipe in here. It's literally like a line of code.
Right.
Just to make anything. I just got to draw the art, and that's pretty much it. You press X. There's no sound effect, but in these usual games, you would like hold down the X. There'd be a little timer, and once you reach the X, then once the timer's full, you finish the task. But in this one, I wanted to focus a little more on skill, I guess, with this sort of. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, when you press X and you're fabricating your little thing, after a certain amount of strikes, it'll change into the thing.
Right.
But I have it to where the current strike number is 10 for every item, but it's going to be different for every item. But the current thing is 10, but I have a little randomizer to sometimes make it like 9 or 8 or 11. So you can't just like spam it until you see it change or something. Or unless you're that quick, I guess. But yeah. Or you can't memorize the amount of times it takes to actually hit it.
Right.
To actually do it. You actually have to pay attention to what you're doing. And if you I think it messes up with that one.
Right.
Okay,
Look who's here!
John!
John!
Hello.
How dare you, John? Sorry. Sorry to interrupt you, Devious. Yes.
That's fine.
Yeah, apologize, John, for interrupting Devious. No, that's just...
Sorry, Devious. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
sorry, Devious. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot where I was. Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
No,
So,
I'm sorry.
wait. Shoot. Wait, is that? Yeah.
Everything okay? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta.
So can you explain like the objective at the moment? So like you're making you're crafting new items, right? But why are you crafting items?
Right. So on the top left, you'll see a little Karen bot thing up there, and she has a little thing that she wants. It's in a little picture. So it's gonna be one of these.
Right. Karen bot. Karen bot. Right.
Top left.
The top left.
Top left.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna get there. She was right after. She's the pedestal,
Right.
which is this purple thing over here. This purple thing over here. Yeah. So I was gonna show off the anvil real quick because so how the anvil works is you see how it's like pointing to certain things.
Yeah.
That's gonna be what it combines with. So right now, since it's alone, it doesn't combine with anything. Since it's not pointing to like a platform. It's not going to combine anything. Like, it doesn't count if something's on the floor. It's got to be a counter or another anvil. So, like, if you try and combine something right here on the floor, it's not going to work.
Right.
But now it's pointing to this. So, when you look at the recipe, it takes 2 of the yellow cylinders to make that thing. So, if you press X, combines them, then you make it. And you got it. And then, yeah, that's basically how the anvil works. That's why there's always just 2 things by each other.
Right.
So let's talk about Karen. These are the little, I call them pedestals. 6. Yeah, 6. Okay, so each one corresponds to the current number right here. So she's number 1. So whenever you give an item to one of these pedestals, you're giving it to the number that it's showing. So if there was another one, it'd be number 2 right here. So I give to her. You just putting it on it doesn't activate it. You gotta press X to like close it. Puts a little cylinder thing on it or a case on it. Then it sends it to her. If it's the wrong thing, say like he wants that gem right there.
Right. Wally.
Yeah. If he wants that gem right there, and then you try to send it to him, it's gonna deny it.
Right.
That's probably I need to put like a red thing just to show it extra. But basically, yeah. So you basically just keep doing that. There's a little timer under them. It's a little thing. I gotta make it bigger because it's not as obvious.
Right. If you send the wrong stuff to Karen bot, will she ask for us to see the manager?
Yeah, that's gonna be one of the mechanics. Each character is gonna have like little quirks and stuff. Like they do certain things, or like if you say you see Wally.
Yeah.
He looks like a little construction worker, so he's gonna be wanting like the wrench or the gear or some of this other stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, basically everything, but he's going to be wanting more of it. He's not programmed to do that yet, but he would want like 4 wrenches or something, or 3 wrenches or whatever.
Right.
That's what he want for Wally. But for Karen, it'd be like if you mess up or if you don't finish in time, she'll like take up longer time for the one spot or something, or keep you from sending it. She'll be like, there's gonna be little speech bubbles that are gonna pop up whenever.
Oh damn!
Whatever.
I love it.
So yeah, so that's gonna be part of her mechanic, and part of the other one's mechanics. So you send it to him. His little thing. Let me do this. Repeat. Alright, so now it's gonna be three people. I wanted to show the. Wait, is that everything? Oh right, I gotta show the crane off too. So yeah, so you get three of them, whatever, and then she wants her little thing. Make it real quick. Gets it, and then it moves up. Before it just like jumped up, like it didn't. It was too jarring to see it just like change really quick. So making them like slide up and around and stuff felt really nice.
Right. Wait, can I see it again? The animation.
I gotta restart.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't set up like a what do you call it?
That's alright.
And I'm gonna give you like there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that's gonna happen before and whatnot, and things that you can look forward to, whatever. Like plan out stuff, yeah. So there's gonna be time in the beginning for you to like set up some stuff. So let's say he wants this. Put it down. You see the little timer right here? It's going down. It's gonna be longer depending on which one they're in, but it's just not like that because it's for testing.
Right.
But I send it to him, it goes and it slides up.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Nice.
And then the final thing, it is the final thing. Order animations, focus on how fast. I don't even know what that means. Oh yeah, right. It's usually these games give you like a set number of customers that you have to serve. So when you're done serving that many customers, then it's over.
Yeah.
But in this, I'm gonna try and see if I can have it to be focused more on how fast you can get the orders out.
Right.
So you can just keep going, and there's gonna be like a little timer battery thing, and you can upgrade it and stuff. And it's gonna count down. That's gonna be your timer over like how long you have until the store ends. I'm gonna have like some lore stuff that's gonna explain some of the things, why things are happening, whatever.
Right.
So that's gonna be how fast. So it's infinite customers. There's no limit to how many customers you can serve. Just a timer. And like I said before, it's set up badly for a reason because you get a little moving crane. Whoa, that's so cool. You can move things around.
Oh, I love that. It's kind of like the what do you call that? Those arcade.
Yeah, that's what I was thought.
Yeah.
The grabber claws. Yeah. And then you can just move things around, set up how you want. So how I'm gonna start it off before this is introduced is like some of the things are gonna be blocked behind things. Like there's gonna be over here, and then there's gonna be a little dude who's gonna be like your manager or whatever. The boss guy, and he's gonna be like, yeah, blah blah blah, do this.
Can you grab yourself?
Like, huh?
Can you grab your avatar? Can you grab?
Oh no, you can't. No, you can't grab yourself. No.
All right. Sorry.
I haven't figured out a reason to do that.
Right.
That'd be funny, I guess, just as like a little thing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't put stuff on top of you though.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Keep reading what my buttons are. I think that's it. Yeah. So
that's
far,
cool.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Lovely. What's next though?
All right. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff I gotta do and I can do. So right now I have to shoot. You know what? I don't know entirely what I'm gonna choose. There's a lot I can do and what I should do. I'm gonna work on. Damn. I guess just the introduction. I guess I can actually start on tutorial.
Tutorial. Okay.
Yeah, tutorial. Because everything's already pretty much programmed that I need.
Right.
Just some extra stuff like the mushrooms and this and the bugs. Oh wait, you know what? I know I should work on the bugs now. Yeah, I should work on the bugs next.
The what? The bugs?
The bugs. Yeah, the bugs. So I took out the rats that I was talking about, where the rats eat the stuff, and it's gonna be bugs, little bug things. And I'm gonna have things that you can make that you can feed them that you want them to eat. And there's gonna be like different effects, and then there's gonna be like little traps you can put down to like just straight up kill them. And say you like kill them in a certain way. So there's gonna be like two different ways. One's gonna be like a complete destruction kind of thing, like the traps put it down, and then like they eat it or they go there. Then it like squishes them, but it gets their juice, and then you use the juice for different recipes and whatnot.
Right.
And if you kill them by like a poisoning, which I'm gonna have you make, you can poison them. And that leaves the body, and then you can use the shell and other recipes too. So the bugs aren't going to be like completely a completely different. There's not going to be an enemy that just goes away, that just comes and goes. They're going to have like reasons and whatnot to. You're gonna want to kill them.
Right.
There's gonna be like there's gonna be a thing I gotta add also, the thumper, which is gonna be like a little ground pounding thing, and you put that near the cracks whenever you start seeing cracks on the floor. And let's say you see a crack right here, and you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna put the thumper like next to it or on top of it, and the thumper basically makes the cracks go away. But it's gonna have a small like space, so if they appear over here, you start seeing them appear over there, you gotta like grab the thumper and you gotta like move it over here. But you gotta do that while also in the middle of like making all your stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So when you send stuff to the peoples, okay. So when you send stuff to the peoples, it's gonna do that, and it's gonna throw up a little. It's gonna throw up like a little thing over here. It's gonna say like you get plus whatever money. And then you're gonna use the money to buy like extra machines. You're gonna use it to buy upgrades.
Buy more space?
Yeah, and to buy more space to expand.
Right.
Yeah. So like the max, this little very faded outline you see is the max space you can have. Currently.
Oh, it looks cool, man.
Yeah. It's actually, I'm enjoying playing it too, which is great. Yeah, I've had this itch for a long time to make like Overcooked or well, I guess Played Up Now kind of game where you just craft and stuff. But I guess I'm finally doing it. Finally making it. I'm having a blast doing it.
Yeah, are you expecting to release this year or next year or something?
I don't know. My progress on it has been so fast, I might actually be able to release it this year.
Awesome!
Yeah, I think it's gonna have a similar time frame as Cruller, which is like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be like two games in a year. Awesome.
Yeah, but your game's you got a lot of content in your stuff.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Jump Jabora has a lot of content.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just surprised. It's just that people go through it so fast.
Yeah, they do. It's still the feedback that I receive the most. Like basically, when's the next world coming? That's like the feedback that I receive like every week. So
but that's good, right? I mean, that means that a lot of people are enjoying.
Yeah, it's good. It also kind of lit the fire under my butt. So like I kind of need to keep at it. Yeah, it's good. I appreciate it. Yeah. Sorry.
When's the endless mode, Chiny?
When's the what? That's end of the what?
Endless mode. That's
what's
you need that endless mode.
I don't know. I don't even know how to design an endless mode for Jump Jabora. Yeah, I'll think about it. It's also something that people requested, right? To have like endless mode. But I keep thinking like if I have an endless mode, right, it's just going to feel because of like your design consideration is different, then the endless mode's level, right, is going to feel like drastically different from the rest of the game. So I'm not entirely sure if that will work out, you know. So yeah.
I don't know about drastically. As long as you don't. As long as you introduce the mechanics. I guess that's the only real bad thing is if you. If they say go to the endless mode before going to the story mode.
Right. Yeah, that would be a problem, right? Yeah.
Unlockable as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. You say you can unlock the mode as well.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I had the bonus level page, right? And the bonus level, I was thinking, right, should I make certain bonus levels be like locked until you complete certain worlds? And I'm like, you know what, that's like that's more stuff to code, more stuff to consider. So what I did was I just put a text message and says, hey, I encourage you to play this after you beat the main game, right? And
it also gives them more choice, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So yeah. And any more things to add, Devious?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Looking forward to it.
Bugs next. Tutorial. And
buying expansion and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So who's next? Should it be Chao or John?
Yeah, John, you wanna go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Alright.
Mm.
How
Yeah,
long do you need, John?
2 minutes.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Bring up a browser. Open host. Wonderful.
You want to give us a
Yeah.
brief run through again of what you're... Oh, damn!
Mr. Ducks.
I said I'll put ducks on blocks, and this week we have ducks on blocks. Yay, I'm done.
I felt like, what's that term? Nostalgia, right? When I look at this.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at. Oh, I come back at this.
Oh,
What the duck? What the duck?
what the
Oh
duck?
no.
What the duck?
Very cool.
Yeah. So yes, ducks on blocks, and no, I didn't test out the thing that you told me to test out, Chiny, about
Oh,
the
but it seems
wrong
to look
facing
okay, right?
normals. Yeah, I can't see.
Why don't you reload and shoot the tail so that it can spin around and we can see if it's okay or not?
Noops.
Oh, damn,
Nope.
you shot the head.
No. Oh, dang.
Oh,
Introduce a new mechanic.
John's a terrible
no.
shot. I don't know, it looks
I
fine.
did have,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I did have trouble in archery where even 10 meters away from the board, I would miss it,
Oh,
and
really?
it was the big board. So
Oh, yeah, right, you used to do archery. Right.
yeah, it looked fine.
Looks fine, right? Yeah. Oh, damn. You didn't randomize the texture though. Like, some of them would be crying.
Hey, I said I would just put the ducks on.
Oh, that's true. You did. It's lovely. It doesn't take much to do level how much effort is it going to take to do level transition? Like when you construct the world, is it slow? Is it fast? Like, this is web, right? So how is it?
Yeah. It should be fast. I'm gonna just create a pool of blocks, a pool of ducks, a pool of balls, and then just reuse them. So it shouldn't take too long to, I just have to reset the variables, and I hope I don't miss out any variable. Like, you don't want duck that to be spinning right when it's not.
Right. Yeah. That's
when
true.
you
Maybe
reuse.
you do. Oh.
Maybe you do. Yeah, that's true.
Right. So what's your plans with the textures? Do you intend to just take out the textures from the original SWF, or do you want to source, or rather make your own art or something?
I don't know. This is a kind of a charm to it, doesn't it?
Sorry, what? You mean like the grey and white?
Sorry. Oh, you're talking about the
I'm
rest
talking
of
about the rest of the world, yeah, the textures.
Yeah. I'll probably copy the original.
Right.
Because I'm like creatively bankrupt. So
Please don't say that. No, but
creatively and morally bankrupt,
Oh my
and
god.
perhaps also financially as well. But
no, John.
Trifecta.
So when you put the texture from the SWF, right? What format are they in?
Yeah. They are apparently in JPEG format.
Oh, JPEG. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Is in JPEG because it was converted to JPEG, or or is it because when I made the thing in Flash, I imported them as JPEG?
So I don't know.
Right.
I part of me is wondering, maybe the Flash actually just converted them to JPEG or something similar.
Right.
Because it doesn't tell me like what format the images are. But when I tried to extract a PNG, it just wouldn't work. But if I tried to extract a JPEG, it worked. So I'm thinking maybe a Flash.
But John, some of the graphics are made in Flash itself. How would you export them?
Maybe I won't.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know yet. I'm like looking through. I didn't quite go through this in depth. All I did was like look for the symbol names, and then just like
right, and then make a
try my
guess.
luck at extracting them.
Right. Is there any like terrible naming convention that you run across from the Chiny of 2008?
Yeah, it's like Ducky Texture 1, Ducky Texture 2, Ducky Texture 3.
What?
I don't know what they are.
What do you mean? Sorry, what?
It was 14 years ago.
Oh yeah. It's really long ago. Is it 14? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I saw the name of the font, something something pro. Do you see that? Start with a C. Cha something pro.
Pro.
I think that is the name of a font. Yeah, so maybe you can use that.
Oh, Adobe fonts.
Yeah, I remember.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. So you can use that font, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll figure something out. It doesn't really look. Oh, well, actually, I can't tell because
I'm not
the
sure.
SWF isn't loading.
Right.
Isn't loading the fonts correctly. Right?
Yeah. Maybe.
From a decade. Dang.
Oh, dang. Oh, that's the ads throwing an error.
Oh yeah. Oh, freaking the noise.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's very loud, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is very loud. Oh, wait. When you start the game, it actually randomizes the texture even then.
Yes.
And then I thought you would like like the first one you see would be the normal texture and then.
Oh no.
Oh, that's cute. Anyway.
Oh my god.
You can even see like the balls like stay.
Yeah, the ball just stay on. The plane is like really far below. Yeah.
And the balls like so kind of
yeah, it's stuck there. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
Nice.
Why is the ball shrinking?
Yeah.
If you hadn't even mentioned that, I would not have even guessed that.
Whoa, how do you do that? Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm a pro at this, man. So anyway, what am I doing next week? Right, so I still have to do the gameplay up. I'm also wondering like what I should do for mobile controls. Should I allow you to move around by dragging? So you drag on the screen and then it shifts.
Is there any way you can incorporate gyro?
Gyro? No, I think gyro is a terrible idea.
Oh, okay.
I think it's great, but it's gonna feel horrible. I mean, well, then again, they do have the VR thing or whatever.
The VR thing?
Yeah, where you can like put your phone on a little thing and you like
Google Cardboard or something like that.
Oh, right. Because
many people have that.
I personally don't know how you would adapt this on mobile. So I guess it's a design challenge that you have to figure out, John.
Yeah.
You could probably put the shoot button like in the corner or something, and that's what they gotta press to hold down, and you can just drag on any other place. You just look around. That's the only.
So you drag anywhere else. Okay. So basically you. Right. So you drag around to rotate, and then a shoot button is at the bottom.
Yeah.
One corner.
So like a virtual analog stick. Is that what you're suggesting?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Essentially.
No. So you drag anywhere on the screen to move around.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Not like a space where you can only drag, just anywhere except the button.
Mm-hmm.
Like the button is just to shoot. You just hold it down and you shoot.
Right.
Pew. Oh yeah.
Oh, but you have to differentiate. But you have to differentiate between navigation of the camera and trying to charge and shoot, right? So how would you differentiate between the two?
What do you mean?
The shoot is like a button on its own.
Oh, shoot is like a button on its own.
Yeah,
right.
Yes.
Ah, sorry, I didn't catch that. That's cool.
Yeah. Boom. Oh dang, failed. Anyway.
If you manage to drop a lot with one shot, right? You get the text. It says wicked. Have you done that?
No.
Apparently not. You can't even hit that. Sorry.
No, I think. Oh dang, I've only done like 3, maximum of 3.
Maximum of 3, right?
And that's like on a really good day.
It's also like a little bit, yeah.
That day.
No,
what the screw it. What? You didn't see anything. There's no such game. Okay, time to find the next game to make.
it was a bug.
It's a bug.
Not your fault.
Someone made this crappy game.
Yes, that's right. Someone made this crappy game. I look forward to playing the remake, John. Let me know if you need testers. If you make it and you host it somewhere, can I link to it? Because like it's always bummed me out that I can no longer play like my own really old games anywhere because like Flash is dead, you know.
Yeah. I'll definitely put it up on itch, and then hopefully someone will pay me a little money to put it on their website. But otherwise, it'll just be on itch for free.
You can advertise and be like, put your what do you call it? Your competition on the ducks. And you gotta shoot the ducks.
Actually, sorry, the competition on the ducks.
Yeah, so he was saying like if somebody wanted to pay him a lot of money to put the game on this.
Yeah.
It was a joke, but I mean.
Yeah, if you're Armor Games and you can put Newgrounds logo on the ducks.
Oh, right.
Or just put your own logo on the ducks. People like shooting them.
Right. No. Okay. So I was just saying, because at the moment, right, what you seem to be doing is that you're trying to make an exact port, right?
Yeah.
I don't know because I signed a contract with Mini Huigos. I say, hey, this game, you know, your logo will be in my
not
game.
On my screen right now, no.
Right. So I'm not sure if it is an exact port. I'm not sure about the legality of just putting it on another website and getting money from it.
No. It's not an exact port. I'm gonna use a different texture for the ground.
Okay. Oh, perfect. That sounds great.
Change it up a little.
Yeah. Change it out a little bit, right? Yeah. Make it a bit
physics is different.
Yeah, maybe call it like a different title, Rubber Duckies 2 or whatever.
Duckies 2.
I thought it was gonna be What the Duck.
What the Duck?
Wasn't it something Redux? Something Redux?
Yes, it's Redux.
Yeah. What I mean, that already has a title already.
Right there, Redux.
Oh yeah, that's true. A different title. Yeah, I guess that's all you need. A different title. Alright, nice hook.
Yeah, so next week I'm gonna do up the shooting mechanic, and then try to find a way to do it for mobile as well.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, John. Alright, it's Chao's turn.
Chao.
Give me a sec. Let me stream my screen. 720 30 FPS. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so the problem that I was having with Skull Chains was I wanted Satan, the final boss, to be a small guy at the start anyway, in his first phase, and to be extremely agile, right?
Yeah.
But to explain what the problem is, I have to explain how the graphics work in Skull Chains. What it happens is that I have animations, right? And what I'll do is actually pass them through this automatic normal map generator.
Yes.
So
what's the name of this tool, by the way?
Laigter, Laigter.
I see.
So I had problems with making something that was usable for Satan, but after some tweaking and like some higher resolution, increasing the resolution a bit here and there, and adjusting some of the lighting, I finally got it to the point that I'm happy with it. That you can kind of tell that he has eyes and a nose, even though it's very pixelated. I want it to be a suggestion of it, right? I don't want it to be exact, which is pretty much what I want here. So I made a preset for this, and I made it so that whenever I import in anything that has Satan in the title, it will use this preset, basically. So right now, most of the animations are not in, so you'll change to the wrong animations like that one. But I think, let me see if I can trigger his punching animation. So he has like uppercut down, and like he has one for like summoning fists from the sides of the like that one.
What the?
Yeah, but basically it's pretty simple right now. But I wanted to have a system where I could basically, I don't think he's gonna trigger it. I think I have to be far away from him and I have to be on level with him as well. So there he is.
There you go. He punched you into the wall.
Yeah, so basically, I am trying to make a system where it's very easy to make attacks, and the way I did it was, let's see here, attack. So I actually include my logic within the asprite animation itself. So I actually call functions from this, and then I put it into a JSON. I have a script that reads the JSON and that executes the function on the game object. So when I have this anim code here, I have a user data idle. So it goes back to idle using this. So I don't have to script anything within the actual system itself. I can do all the scripting within the animation system itself. If that makes sense. I don't need to like actually like hard code it. I can just put it in the animation and then it will adjust on its own.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, let me see if I can find another example.
So you will invoke the function call through the string, right?
Yes, you will invoke a function called through the string, and it will also put in the user data along with it.
Nice.
So like you will basically like here it says end warm up. Basically, it means that I think end warm up is like it will stop tracking the player and it will use the player data that it has. Then once it let me zoom in a bit on this. Sorry, oh there we go. So once it says move here, right, I can actually put in a vector to 500 and 1000. And it will basically move diagonally upwards, basically, is what it's saying.
Oh.
So I don't need to have the code for how it moves in the script. I can just have it here. In fact, I don't even need to put the hitboxes in Unity. I created a system where I can create hitboxes here, and it will actually detect the hitboxes through pixel data and convert it into collision data. So I think I showed that off previously,
yes.
But I'm using it quite a bit now, basically.
Right. Can I ask a technical question about how you convert these boxes to collision data? So like, are you creating the Unity's collider in real time? Is that what's happening, or do you have your own like hitbox structure that you use to calculate?
I actually use a video by this guy called chinykian. Yeah, this video on like dividing boxes into separate partitions. So I just use that video.
No, but I'm saying like because.
It's Unity colliders.
Yeah, Unity colliders. Right. I see.
Yeah, but basically the method to create them was like basically that video. Then I just I would basically create a bunch of them and then I will store it in memory, and then after that I enable it whenever I need to. And it's fairly I don't do it on the fly.
Right.
So it's like I only do it when you enter the animation.
Right.
So it's pretty good. It's pretty okay, especially since these are mostly used on bosses. So usually there's only just the boss on the screen. So it's not that bad.
So it's just a matter of like because I'm asking because like sometimes students might ask me like similar questions and I'm not like super familiar with all this. But so the colliders are like all of these are colliders and they are all added to that one object, right? And then you just enable them and disable them depending on the frame.
Yes, basically that's basically it.
Nice.
Then I have something that checks. Basically I think there's some stuff with Unity where like the rigid body that the collider is on will dictate how that data is handled. So I think I did a bit of adjustment here and there, but that's basically it. I just enable and disable the colliders.
Nice.
And I have my own animation system in Unity, as you know. So like I just use that whenever I enter a new frame. I do a callback function called this, and then just like enable or disable the colliders as necessary.
Right.
I can also enable a attack box, which can be its own hitbox thing, but I don't really use that. And yeah, so basically I can call any function, I can do any kind of hitbox data management within here. And I've done that quite a while ago, but I haven't really had to use it until now. And now it's coming in very useful because instead of having a kind of system where you have to hard code everything, or you have to have a bunch of nodes, like in the animation system here, there's usually like a bunch of, let me see if I can open up the animator. Usually there'll be a bunch of nodes here, right, linking to each other.
Yeah.
So instead of having something like that, the problem with having something like that in Unity is that the exit time is not something that you can make default, and it's made for 3D. So in other words, in simple terms, anytime you go from one animation to another animation, you have to manually edit it to be for 2D, which means modifying like 3 numbers every single time you make a transition, which is, to me, a huge pain. I think it wastes too much time. So I made my own animation system that like uses my own stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's the first thing, and I didn't get that much done this week. I mostly tried to figure out how to get the normal maps looking correct, and that took me a lot of time. I think like took me a few hours to get looking right, but I think it's to a level that's satisfactory for me. So there's that, and also I'm trying to. This is like semi-dev related. I'm trying to get better at art so that in the future when I'm doing projects, right, I can I want to make like more art related projects in the future for my game stuff,
Like
video game stuff.
art related as in something
Um,
like Greece? Is that what you mean? Or something
more
else?
like hand drawn art, right?
Mm,
Because I realized after making High Eye
yeah.
that like the art was a huge drawing factor for most people, and I also enjoyed doing it a lot.
Right.
For most games, including Skull Chains, I don't spend a lot of time on the art. This boss, I actually like. I'm spending more time because he's the final boss.
Right. Right.
But for most enemies, I spend maybe a minute or two on the art, and I let the normal map do the rest of the work for me.
Right.
So I've been trying to like study the old masters in terms of how they render. So I've been like doing like something like this. I get the flow down, and then like what I will do is I will just like try to get the flow down. I'll try to like study the form. So that's basically what I've been doing recently. I've been trying. Oh, what the heck?
Oh
Sorry.
no.
And I've been just trying to study the form. So that's what I've been doing.
Is there like this method of shading? Is there a name for it? Is it called what, hatching? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called hatching, but like it's a very specific kind of hatching used by old masters, where like it's I'm trying to like study some of them like Bernie Wrightson and some of the older ones as well, but basically this will be my process, and this is what I'm trying to practice from day to day.
Right.
Basically, just trying to get it to the point that it's intuitive and that I can use it easily, so that I can like try to use it in my future game projects if I can, because I want to make possibly after Skull Chains, I want to make maybe a dungeon crawler or something that can use my art skills, because I realized that like I have a bunch of skills that I'm not really using in game development as much as my programming or design skills.
Right.
I'm not really using my art skills all that much. The only one that I used it in was basically High, I guess. I don't think any other game that I made uses my art skills all that much.
Right.
So I thought it might be nice to incorporate that in, and I've been doing that, and I've also been looking into different storytelling procedures and like looking into different storytelling video games, particularly ones that are porting over like game books or whatever, like sorcery or fighting fantasy books. And I've been looking into those stuff, but I've also been looking into procedural narratives as well.
Right.
So I've just been doing a bunch of research on that. Just not a bunch, just a little bit, in my spare time.
Right.
And for next week, going back to Skull Chains, I'm planning to finish up the first phase. Yeah, I'm planning to finish up the first phase. I can only work for about an hour or two a day because I guess for those who don't know, I couldn't breathe properly for 3 weeks, so I had like an hour's sleep a night for like 3 weeks. So I was like losing consciousness in the middle of the day and stuff like that. So it's pretty bad. But like now the wound in my nose has cleared mostly, so I can breathe sometimes. So when I can breathe, I can work. So that's when I start work on this, and I think next week I'll just be keeping it short and simple, and I'll just be making the first phase. That will include the uppercut, the downwards attack, the fist, the flying fist. Flying fist? It sounds like a kung fu movie. Anyway, the flying fist, the punch. So basically, this week is mostly animation work, which I heavily dislike, but
it seems to be working out pretty fine.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's pretty mindless work, to be honest.
Right.
So I don't particularly enjoy it, but I think it needs to be done. I think the final boss needs to look the part. The interesting thing, and this is like where it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
But once he goes into the second phase and third phase, it will become easier because he will become larger. And it sounds like if he becomes larger, it means it's going to be harder to animate and stuff.
Right.
But it means that the details are more easily able to be distinguished, and I can use more procedural animation techniques. At this level, I cannot really use my procedural animation chops that well, right? So,
right.
yeah.
What are the mechanics of the devil gonna be? Like his whole.
Yeah, I don't know for like the second and third phase. I know for the first phase, I want him to be more of a like I said, a more melee guy. But for the second and third phase, I'm not sure exactly. I just know that he's gonna get larger and larger and become more monstrous, I guess. I was thinking initially of like having him summon up other demons, but I thought being a final boss, I wanted him to be more standalone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I was looking into I'm not gonna bring it up, but I'm not gonna bring out a video or anything. But like, I was looking into character action games and how they handle final bosses, and I want to do something like that, right?
Right.
I want to go with like either like a very over the top kind of boss fight. So I'm looking at God Hand, obviously.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew you were going to bring that up. Yeah.
But like I'm looking into basically character action games in general. I think they do bosses the best, so I just want to steal from that if I can.
Nice.
And that's why the first phase of the boss is like melee, because I feel that none of the other bosses really like were fast and agile and like run around and punch you and stuff. Right now he's not how I want him to be yet for the first phase even, but I think I'll slowly get there. I think yeah, I'll just slowly get there. But for this week I'll just do the attacks and maybe tweak up how fast he is, because right now he's a bit I think the probability of the attacks and a bunch of other stuff is not how to my liking. So yeah, I'll just be doing animations and tweaking up the flow of the first phase. Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah, any questions or anything?
Yeah, I have one question. So you have one particular frame with Satan, right? Where his butt is facing, butt is facing frontwards. I'm very curious about how the normal. I'm very curious about how the normal maps look when you generate this.
When I do this, I had to draw this.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you couldn't tell that it's the butt facing you. It will seem like the groin is facing you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to tell. So I had to put something like this. I actually can just show you. Which one is this? This is Rough Boss Attack, yeah.
Yes.
So Rough Boss Attack. Yeah, here it is. I think it's this one. So it will basically look like this.
Oh, look at that!
But you won't really see it like that because it'll be pixelated.
Right.
So the thing that I want for the normal map, right, is to be able to tell what form is overlapping another form, and this does it fine. I mean, obviously, if you look at it like this, it looks incredibly shitty, and if you overlay it on top here, it will also look like, if you look at this looks horrible, but I cheated and I actually posterized the image, and posterized means like divided it into different colors.
Right.
So you wouldn't be able to see these parts. The middle ranges are a lot harder to differentiate, and that's the reason I posterized, because posterization works great with normal maps.
Well, and you had like dithering as well, is it?
Yeah, and that's the reason I do like all these like stuff to cover it up, because the grainy look to it makes it seem as if like there's extra detail in there that is not like just this one line going through it. And like it covers up all of the normal map issues. So that works out fairly well in my favor. But it's a very specific implementation of that particular usage. I think like for different games, if you don't want to get this kind of atmosphere, it's gonna be very specific to how your game works, I guess.
Yeah. It's cool. I like how it looks.
Yeah, I do too. But then like I can't imagine myself using this on many other games that I would work on.
Oh, unless you make a sequel.
Unless I make a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more thing I've been looking at is
yes.
This one I will bring up a video.
Okay.
Because this one I think is so do you guys know the Berserk game on PS2?
Is it the one by Tecmo Koei? No, PS2? No, I don't know.
Not a Tecmo Koei one.
Not the Tecmo Koei one, right?
This one basically. So I've been looking into the combat of this game, right? Because I feel like the boss fights are very different from what I want, obviously, right? But it has a similar kind of thing because Guts, when that's the protagonist for those who haven't read Berserk, but Guts, he will actually, okay, this is a bad example, but when he actually hits something, right, he will basically be following the momentum of that swing for like a second. So I feel like I could at least thematically get some kind of ideas from this. I like this kind of like melee combat kind of thing. Oh my god, Puck, get out of the way. But yeah, like I feel like looking at stuff like God Hand or Devil May Cry or whatever, it is nice, but like I wanted to find a character action game with a very heavy weapon, and this is the only one I could actually find for that. So I've been looking at the bosses for this for inspiration also.
Right. Oh man.
And you can see how cool it looks here. Obviously, I won't be able to replicate this, but I want to try to just see it for inspiration, I guess. I feel like, I really feel like intuitively I could get a lot from just watching or playing this game, but unfortunately I'm not going to play it because I heard that this game is hard as hell, so I'm not going to play it.
Right.
I'm a coward, you know.
Play this game.
On the emulator or something?
I actually do not know. I just heard it's very hard. I don't actually know the control scheme for it. I think it would be cool if like there's some sword fighting games where they actually like allow you to use the analog stick to move the sword. I think there's like Exanima and stuff like that, which is the most similar to Skull Chains that I know of in terms of like that kind of combat. But they don't have like boss fights and stuff, so I'm looking at this for that.
Right.
Yeah, and that's it.
Good old guts. Good old guts. So Nugget says your
I'm planning
game's
on rereading it actually.
You really? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard that they are going to continue the series?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very good news. Very good news.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people might feel a bit conflicted, right? Because the original author is around.
Yeah.
But it's still based on his plans, right?
They do have his plans. Yeah, that's the thing. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just a like managing your expectations kind of thing.
Right. Right.
It's not gonna be from Miura, but I think like his assistants have worked with him for a long time. Probably
Yeah.
can get
Right.
something close.
So at least they would have picked up on his sensibilities, I suppose.
Yeah, and I was like looking into Miura's. This is a bit of a divergence, but it will be quick.
Yeah.
I was looking into Miura's art, right? Because I was very impressed by how he hatches and stuff.
Right.
And I looked at one of his earlier pieces. And I'm like, that's not that good. When did he make this? He made it when he was 10 years old. His first published manga is when he was 10 years old.
Hey, wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was like actually, like I say, it wasn't that good, but it's still better than my art when he was 10 years old. So
that's sick, man.
It's a bit of a. I was like, okay.
Right.
So pretty big shock. I was like, holy shit, this guy's insane.
Do you like Junji Ito's style of rendering?
I feel like it's nice, but it feels a bit too clean for me sometimes.
Oh.
Like Berserk, my favorite manga authors like let's just use Berserk as an example.
Yes.
He has a lot of hatching, but a lot of the time it's very like loosey goosey. Like especially when like Guts enters a rage.
Yes.
Or whatever, he will like use a lot of very chaotic hatching marks. I feel like Junji Ito, his work is very good, but it's very clean. So a counterpart to that, in terms of the same horror level, I would say is like Shintaro Kago.
I have no idea.
Don't Google that. Don't Google him. It's incredibly NSFW.
Oh really?
It's probably the most NSFW.
Wait, can you repeat his name again? Let me.
Shintaro Kago.
Shintaro Kago.
Do not Google it.
Oh
How do
no.
you spell that last name?
Kago.
Okay.
Oh no.
Kago?
Oh, the Metamorphosis guy. Okay, maybe I shouldn't bring this guy
Oh really? Oh now I see. I've heard of Metamorphosis. Apparently it's well it's
No. Shintaro Kago is not a Metamorphosis guy.
Oh, it's not? Oh, okay.
I don't think he made anything like that.
Okay.
But he made basically it's like if you kind of like Junji Ito but you want freakier, you can look for Shintaro Kago.
Right.
And see people's heads exploding and
body parts coming out of body parts coming out of body parts.
Right. I like this. Right. So it's not that particular genre that Metamorphosis is from, right?
What's Metamorphosis?
So you're not familiar. So
Not.
I think it's basically pornographic in nature, I think.
I see.
Yeah, but this particular title is actually famous because it's also very depressing, right?
I see.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
I see. Only family-friendly chats on dev chats, guys. Only family-friendly.
Yeah, only family-friendly stuff. Yeah, like head exploding. Exactly.
This is like, Adam's family friendly.
Sorry, what?
I don't quite think that hentai is Adam's family like level. But but I think like if you're talking about like manga authors who do that kind of stuff well, Frankenfriend is another one, but
I've seen that.
That one is also NSFW, but not as much as Shintaro Kago.
It's gory as hell, that one.
It is quite gory, yeah. But yeah, it's like Junji Ito is still very cool. I kind of like how his personality is so contrasting with his art.
Yeah.
He's a big cat guy. He like loves cats.
Right. No, I was just thinking. You mentioned Frankenfriend. It's like the word that you use to describe Frankenfriend is Kafkaesque, right? Is it?
Yeah, I guess so. Especially given the first 2 chapters. Yeah.
Right.
You know Kafka's story of like. Didn't Kafka also write a story called Metamorphosis?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about this guy who turns into like some kind of insect. Is that correct? Yeah. So that one is not hentai, by the way. In case you were wondering, Franz Kafka was not a hentai artist. But I think like Frankenfriend takes a lot from Kafka-esque stuff. It's a lot more surreal.
Right.
Shintaro Kago as well is a lot more Kafka-esque, yeah.
Oh, Kago has a anamorphosis.
Anamorphosis.
Yeah, he does.
I just ran into this. I was still looking at his art. It reminds me of like robots and stuff, or humans.
There is one particular like thing from Shintaro Kago that is one of the freakiest things I've ever seen in my life. But nobody else seems to think it's freaky.
Okay.
But
what's that?
It's basically called panels, and it's this idea that we are looking at comic panels as a 2D projection of a 3D world. So when you see, when you see like a close up of a head, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not actually a close up of a head. It's actually the head is cut off at the top and the bottom, and it can crawl out of the panel, just that section, and it can be like a vehicle or something. You don't know what's at the sides because you're looking at a 2D projection of it. So what he does is he zooms out and he looks at the comic book from a 3D perspective.
Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I'm not sure if I understand it.
There's a clean one, a clean version.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Wait. What are y'all looking at? I don't see any.
Well, it's really not.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Oh, I see it.
That one is fine.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Yeah, but like the later panels, like something about it makes me really, really freaked out to the point that I want to vomit whenever I think about it. Later pages.
Oh.
But that's just me. Everybody else seems to think it's fine.
Yeah. See, I just ran into one of the later ones. I'm not gonna link that one, but I see what you mean.
I don't think I get freaked out easily. I don't think so. I maybe I do, but I don't think so. But I like that. Thinking about it just makes me freaked out right now.
This roller coaster one is really weird.
There was this one where like Santa basically would give presents to people, and he will give so many presents that he'll just kill them by like overloading them with like gigantic amounts of presents. And he was like, it sounds really boring, but actually I should go into details. Like, any amount of details I go into.
Yeah, explaining some of this art can get into some weird territory.
Right. Well, at least you got the important thing, which is his name, right? Shintaro Kago. I
actually highly recommend him. when I was in Digipen, I used to wear a shirt that he drew, and everybody was like, "That's the freakiest shirt I've ever seen." It's like, it's like, it was like, this girl whose like head was split apart and like multiple girls were coming out of it.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Okay.
Totally
I passed by that
normal.
one too.
So
That's a really
It's a
nice.
totally normal thing to see in Saturday morning cartoons.
yeah, sure. It's awesome stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, what time is it?
I
Oh,
apologize for bringing this up. I don't know why.
it's lovely, lovely. Thanks for sharing it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Should we recap?
Yeah.
I guess I'll be the first one, right? So next week I'll be making more Jump Boa levels. I will continue working on what's that? John Over the Rings remake, right? And if I have the time, I will write some classes for Project Robo, because like I still need like certain classes to control the transition between levels. I have not done that, so I need to do that. And that's about it for me.
Oh wait, was I?
Oh yeah, Nick, yes.
I was not used to the. Okay. I'm going to work on the bugs. Get that going. Then I'm going to work on a tutorial. Then, damn, what was the other thing? It's bugs tutorial. There was a third thing, but I can't remember what it was.
Bugs, tutorials, the purchasing of like upgrades and stuff.
Right. Upgrades and stuff. Yeah, expansion. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably do that before the tutorial. Yeah. Right, so bugs, upgrading, and then tutorial.
Yep.
Right. I'm doing.
Then it's Johnston.
My turn. Yeah, so this week we saw some Shintaro Kago comics.
And now you're inspired. Now you're gonna make a game based on panels.
Yeah, next week we're gonna see more Shintaro Kago. This week we saw ducks on blocks. Next week will be I'm trying to implement the gameplay mechanic of charging up your ball and shooting the duck.
Right.
Shoot the duck.
But the duck, okay. For me, I'm like making Satan's like first phase, and I am gonna try to finish up all the animations. I think I got 3 animations to do. I'm just gonna keep the scope very, very low for the first week that I'm back after the illness.
And it's a good idea,
Keep
right?
it as low as possible. So
Yeah. That's cool. Oh wait,
I heard that as a.
Uh-huh.
I heard that this week we summoned Satan. And,
What?
yeah,
This
general
week we
game dev
summoned
stuff. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to get my numbers up, right? Somehow.
Do you know when you will need to do the operation?
The operation to break my nose. Yeah.
Right.
I think like I don't even know if I'm gonna do it because it's risky.
Oh.
So I think I was discussing it with some. Yeah, like basically like they're gonna like realign my nose bone, so it's gonna be extremely painful. And they're just gonna like they're gonna open a curtain and like Hulk Hogan is gonna be there and he's gonna be like, hell yeah, brother, and then he's gonna break my nose. Nugget, why do you look up the artist? Don't look up the artist, dude. Don't listen to what I say. Like it's just like, why would you listen to what I say? That's
You hype the artist up so much.
Yeah.
You gotta Google it.
You know,
it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
You're going to give Nugget nightmare. Nugget is only 17. Oh no.
Oh,
That's fine. I read Junji when I was 10. That's fine.
I mean, his stuff is like easily accessible.
Easily. It's like it's right there. It's right there. You know, it's like it's right there.
I just Googled it.
It's just a Google away. You know, like.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for hanging around, everyone. Let's do this
Thank you,
again
guys.
next week.
More Shintaro Cargo next week.
Yeah, indeed. More Shintaro Cargo. I will report on my finding of Shintaro Cargo. All right. Bye. See you. Bye. See you all. All right, that was fun. That was fun. Hey, thanks, Strange DU. Thanks for dropping by, man. So we usually do this every week. local time and GMT plus 8, 3 p.m. That's when we usually do it, and we do it every single week. It's a thing that we do to keep ourselves accountable, because it's very easy to procrastinate, right, and slack off, when you have a long-term project. So it's important to have something like this, right, to keep us accountable to each other. Yeah. Devious says, time to make some foods. Alright, have fun. Enjoy your food. Also, Maxim is here. Hello, Maxim. Procrastination is the final boss. Indeed, it is. You spent 2 hours trying to get world record on World 11. Nice. Yeah, keep the game dev blood flowing. Indeed. Yeah, and like, it gets really difficult to keep your head in the game, right, when you have to juggle like part-time work as well, to pay the bills, but you also want to make games. So yeah, so this really helps, this weekly thing. Accountability groups are awesome. Yeah. Oh, thanks Nog, thanks for hanging around, man. I appreciate it. Okay, with that said, let's see. Do we have anyone to raid? If not, if there isn't anyone to raid... Oh, Toby is playing what's Submerge? Let me see. Toby is playing Submerge. What is Submerge? There's this game here called Submerge. Looks cool, I guess. So Toby is a game development student, right? Why don't we just pay a visit to Mr. Toby McGame. Submerge. It looks familiar. I'm almost certain I've seen this, but I cannot really remember where I've seen this. Heavy Story? It's an adventure third-person game, Heavy Story. Oh, damn. Heavy Story. Alright, man. Depressing game, let's go. So let's rate the Toby Mac Games, I guess. And thanks again, everyone. A lot of story, that's what you mean by heavy story. Right. My bad. Alright, thanks everyone for hanging around. Thanks, Maxim. I'll see you all very soon. I'll be back to continue working on my games, right? And I'll see you all very soon. Bye. Nugget, good luck on your exams. Good luck for your math exam tomorrow. It is post-apocalyptic, so maybe heavy. Alright, thanks everyone. Bye.